If you've been keeping an eye on Cary, North Carolina, then you've probably noticed that prices here have gotten pretty expensive. In fact, the median single-family home price over the past 3 months just hit $735,000, which makes Cary the second most expensive town in the entire triangle, right behind Chapel Hill at $760,000. So the question is Cary still worth it? Well, that's exactly what we're going to dig into today. But before we dive in, my name is Matt Martin, and I'm a Raleigh-based realtor. I've helped tons of clients, just like you, relocate to the Triangle region of North Carolina, and if you're looking to do the same, I'd love to help you too. Now, Cary has long been known as the crown jewel of the Triangle suburbs, and a big reason for that is its location. Cary covers about 60 square miles, and it stretches from Raleigh on the east to Jordan Lake on the west, from RTP in the north down to Holly Springs in the south. Its downtown is fewer than 15 miles from downtown Raleigh, less than 20 miles southeast of downtown Durham. It's minutes to RDU Airport, and a quick drive to Research Triangle Park. So that means shorter commutes, easy airport runs, and quick access to all the shopping, dining, and events that make this region so popular. Seriously, if you're looking for convenient access to literally everything in the Triangle, you really can't pick a better place to live than Cary, and it's one of the main reasons people are willing to pay more to live here. Another reason for the higher prices is that Cary just has the economy to support them. The median household income is now around $125,000, which is up $10,000 in just the last few years. Now, that's nearly 20% higher than the county average and nearly 70% higher than the state average. And just for reference, the national median is $84,000. Cary was also just ranked as the number 3 best job market in the country by smartasset.com due to the fact that we have one of the lowest unemployment rates in the entire country at just 3% versus the national average of just over 4% and one of the lowest commute times. Not only is Cary home to the largest privately held software company in the world, SAS, but it's just down the road from Research Triangle Park, which is the number 1 largest research park in the country and employs nearly 60,000 workers across 300 companies, including titans like IBM, GSK, Cisco, Microsoft, and NVIDIA. RTP is credited with fueling roughly 1,800 startups, and it was recently ranked one of the top biotech hubs in the country, only trailing the much larger cities of San Francisco, San Diego, and Boston. On top of that, nearly a quarter of Cary's population was born outside the US, and over 70% hold a bachelor's degree or higher. So you're living in one of the most highly educated, high-income towns in North Carolina. And that's part of why home demand remains so strong even as prices rise. And then schools are another major reason people choose Cary. Cary's part of the Wake County public school system, which was ranked the number 4 best school district in the entire state by niche.com. And that same website gave Cary schools an overall A grade, bolstered by the fact that students here consistently score above state averages in reading and math. And there are more than 30 public schools within town limits, plus magnet, charter, and private school options nearby. So for anyone looking at long-term property value, being in a strong school district is one of the biggest reasons Cary continues to be worth the price. Now, let's talk lifestyle, because this is where Cary really shines. And we're going to start with downtown Cary, which is probably one of my favorite downtowns in the area for its walkability, great restaurants, beautiful architecture, award-winning breweries, and tons of charm. You can make a day of just exploring downtown Cary, starting with the heartbeat of the town, which is Downtown Cary Park. This 7-acre park opened at the end of 2023, and it was just ranked the number 1 public park in the entire country because of its beautiful design and functionality, including a great lawn, water features, walking trails, a dog park with an adult-friendly bark bar, and tons of natural beauty. Then from Downtown Cary Park, you can walk in most any direction to check out the cute restaurants and shops that make Downtown Cary so great. Be sure to stop in and grab coffee at my favorite coffee shops. There's the Steamed on Academy or the new coffee studio on the southeast corner of the park. You can have an incredible Laotian meal at Sap, followed by great cocktails with an awesome vintage vibe at Sidebar, or a glass of bubbly at nearby champagne bar RBF. Then outside of downtown, Cary has a ton of great access to the outdoors, starting with over 100 miles of greenways for biking, hiking, or strolling. There's also over 30 public parks, the most notable of which are Hemlock Bluffs Nature Preserve and Umstead Park. Hemlock Bluffs is over 130 acres and, as its name suggests, features over 200 hemlock trees that are normally only found in the mountains of western North Carolina, along with nature trails and an outdoor play area. Then Umstead Park is over 5,500 acres of state park that includes tons of trails, man-made fishing lakes, and a campground. It's the epitome of the nature that the Triangle is known for. Also be sure to check out Lake Crabtree for your kayaking and paddleboarding adventures, or to take a stroll around its 10-mile loop. And then you'll also be able to enjoy the outdoors much of the year due to the region's great weather. Okay, let's get it out of the way. Yes, Cary has a hot and humid summer, but the worst of it only lasts about 2 months, with July and August being the peak. Outside of that, the annual average high is around 70 degrees and the low is around 50 degrees, which means you spend a lot of time outside here. There's an average of 213 days of sunshine a year, and Cary only averages about 4 inches of snow per year. So if you're moving here from somewhere with a long and brutal winter, you should be just fine to sell your snow shovel. And while the prices are high in Cary, it's important to highlight that the town is investing aggressively to give residents even more reasons to love living here. Fenton is the nearly billion-dollar mixed-use development on Cary's east side that's completely elevated the region with chef-driven restaurants like Coletta and Super Rica, boutique shopping like Warby Parker and Athleta, a luxury theater, and seasonal events like ice skating. And future phases are in the works as we speak. Then on the western side of town, the Alston Yards project is set to include hundreds of apartments, a town park, and a hotel. And if you take a stroll around downtown Cary, you'll be shocked at all the new construction going on, from apartments and luxury condos to single-family homes, mixed-use developments, and of course, new parking structures to help manage the influx of visitors and residents. Plus, there are new restaurants and bars opening all the time. Waverly Place just added Farmside Kitchen for casual bowls. Brewery Bavana expanded its footprint to Fenton, now brings incredible Mediterranean cuisine to Cary, and Lloyd's is expected to transform an auto repair shop in the heart of downtown into a new restaurant concept with indoor and outdoor seating and live music. And these investments are all about making Cary more vibrant, more walkable, and more engaging. So even though it's expensive, you're getting more amenities and more lifestyle value every year. Now, that's all great, but what if that price tag is just too steep? If you're wondering where your money can take you outside of Cary, then let's zoom out and look at a few nearby towns. If you head east toward Knightdale, you'll generally see newer construction at a lower price point than Cary, with median home prices around $425,000. Knightdale offers smaller lots and a bit more of a suburban rural feel, but you're closer to downtown Raleigh than you might expect. But you are further from the airport, RTP, and Durham. And while you still get some nice parks, you won't find the same level of cohesion and development as in Cary. Then, if you go south to Clayton or Fuquay-Varina, you'll definitely stretch your dollar even further. Clayton's median price is about $393,000, with newer homes on slightly larger lots and plenty of new neighborhoods being built, while Fuquay-Varina sits around $480,000 and has been growing fast, with a small town main street and new developments bringing in more restaurants and shops. But you are looking at about a 30-plus minute drive to the main areas of the Triangle from either of these communities. Then, if you head north to Wake Forest, you'll find larger homes and lots, often with a more traditional suburban feel. The median home price here is about $560,000, and it's a great choice if you want space and don't mind a longer commute or quite a bit of traffic along Capitol Boulevard, which is one of the only ways in and out of Wake Forest. So yes, Cary might not give you the cheapest home or the biggest lot, but it puts you in the center of everything with top schools, an active job market, and a polished master plan environment that many people decide is worth the trade-off. So, is Cary still worth it? Well, that's really a personal decision. Yes, Cary is more expensive than most of the rest of the Triangle, but it delivers a lot of value for the price. You get excellent schools, short commutes, miles of trails, a thriving job market, and a town that is actively reinvesting in itself with new parks, greenways, and mixed-use developments. And for many buyers, that combination is exactly what they're looking for. And that's why Cary remains one of the most sought-after suburbs in the Triangle, even as prices climb. But if your top priority is simply the biggest house and lot for the lowest possible price, or you want a neighborhood with no HOA and lots of architectural variety, then you might find better options in other parts of the Triangle. At the end of the day, the best way to find out if Cary is right for you is to come see it for yourself. So if you're ready to start your home search in Cary or anywhere else in the Triangle, I'd love to be your guide. You can reach me by phone, email, or text, and you can find all my contact information in the link below or by scanning this QR code right here with your phone. And if you liked this video, I have a whole library of others all about moving to, living in, and buying real estate in and around Raleigh, North Carolina. Here's another one here that you may like, so give it a click to keep on watching.